Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick video about just feeling really hopeful and at the same time angry right now. So I recently started physical therapy and I've done it multiple times before, but the difference is this time I'm also doing occupational therapy, and the occupational therapy starts on Thursday. So when I got myasthenia gravis 11 years ago, after I was diagnosed and hospitalized, the hospital sent me a physical therapist. And I was and have been having a difficult time ever since I got sick doing basic things like taking a shower, cooking, getting in and out of bed. And so I asked the PT, I would say, I need help. I don't understand how to get in and out of bed. My body is like, I can't do these things anymore. I need to shower because I feel dirty when I don't shower. And I used to be a good cook, and now I can't do basic things because of my reflexes. And literally, every time her answer would be, you know what? I have another patient who has your disease, and she is completely paralyzed, head to toe, paralyzed. She cannot do anything. Now, obviously, this is tragic, and I feel terrible for that person. But it's A, not an answer to my question, and it's B, it's not, it's discouraging. It's terrible. It would be like if I told my sick nephew, hey, you know what, who's defied all the odds, by the way, but if I said to him, you know what, I know another little boy just like you, and he died. Okay, that's nuts. You don't tell somebody that. So I would tell doctors, I've had the same neurologist for a decade, I need help doing these basic things. Like every time I shower, it's difficult. I'm always worried about my safety. Just the everyday things of life, things you take for granted, became difficult. And I did physical therapy in 2014 and 2015 with somebody who didn't say stupid thing. Sorry, not to use the word stupid, who didn't say, I know somebody exactly like you who's completely paralyzed. So people who were, helpful, but it never helped me with showering, cooking, getting in and out of bed. And so the epiphany for me came a few months ago when my mom was in an accident and she is recovering, but, obviously a very hard time for her to go from being able-bodied to having a disability. And I visited her in rehab, and she said to me, oh, this is what we did in rehab today. They're teaching me how to get in and out of bed. And I was like, what? You can teach that? And she's like, yeah, we're working on how to take a shower. And I'm like, that's what I've been asking for 11 years. I've been asking, how do I do this? And no doctor ever talked to me about occupational therapy. And so I just had this epiphany. I'm like, oh, what I needed all along was occupational therapy. And, I didn't know what that was. I didn't have, disability is not a monolith, but even so, nobody ever told me when I got this disease. And yes, I've told my doctors what I can't do and what I need to do, and no doctor ever recommended it. And one of my friends, who is the daughter of a doctor and who is a lawyer, taught me. Before I knew what occupational therapy was, she would say, you have to write a list of your activities of daily living. It's called activities of daily living that you have a difficult time doing, and tell your doctor. So I've already done that. And it wasn't until I saw my mom talking about, oh, I'm relearning, they're teaching us how to do this, they're teaching us how to do that in rehab, that like a light bulb clicked. And so I've been working at a renowned physical therapy place that also does occupational therapy, which is what makes it different from the PT place I was at before. And I'm starting to feel hopeful because I've seen some moderate improvements with physical therapy, and here they work on everyday things like cooking, and I want to get better. And my mom started PT again, related to her accident yesterday, and she's like, I have a good feeling, I think this is going to be good. We're not doing it at the same place, but she feels hopeful about her PT, and I do feel more hopeful since I started physical therapy at this new place a few weeks ago, and I'm excited to start occupational therapy. At the same time, you wonder as a person with disability, why didn't anybody tell me about this? Why didn't any medical professional tell me about occupational therapy 10 or 11 years ago? Could that have improved my quality of life? And a lot of times people who haven't been where you are will tell you, oh, just be grateful or be thankful. But you can both, two things can be true. You can be grateful. I could be grateful for the people at the lab that I'm going to multiple times a week. I can be grateful for their help, and I can also be upset that I was kept in the dark, because patients should be informed, and people, medical professionals, should care about your quality of life. It's not just literally keeping somebody alive, which is important, obviously. I'm grateful to be alive, and doing this video, but I'm still sad. You can be sad as a person with a disability, and I don't know, are there other people out there in the world where you were in the dark, and after many years of struggling, you found something, you found a light? How do you feel? Have you ever had mixed emotions about that? Shout out to UC Santa Cruz. So I gave a speech there about mental health and community and college at UC Santa Cruz, University of California, Santa Cruz, a couple years ago. So that's why I'm wearing this lovely burgundy shirt that they gave me. Manny Pacquiao hat, because of course it matches the Rocky, the boxing theme, the Rocky poster in the background. Big Pac-Man fan. And shout out to the students at North Central College. I gave a speech there recently, a couple weeks ago, a 45-minute keynote. So if you didn't know that, I give speeches. I'm a professional speaker. And the students and the staff at North Central were absolutely lovely. I spoke about, they asked me to speak about leadership, how to be a good leader while practicing self-care. I guess I'll do a short video on that in the future. But anyway, shout out to everyone at North Central College. If you'd ever like me to speak to your company, your students or whatever, I have a contact form. I'll include a link below this video, and a link to the hat if you're a Pac-Man fan. But anyway, thanks. Thanks. Bye. Like the video if you like it, and thanks. Bye.